Got some wet sanding done this morning. It's not really quite ready for wet sanding, but there's some spots. Like this was gumming up my sandpaper real bad, so I decided to just wet sand it. It's getting there. Got some pinholes and stuff. This actually turned out fairly decent, other than it ain't the right angle or nothing at all, but it don't look bad. Had some scratches up here. I sanded all the way down and primed, wet sanded that this morning. I gotta do something with that too. Do a little bit more work on this wheel well here. That's not looking great, but it's not looking terrible. I think I'm just gonna live with it. This turned out okay-ish. Kinda is what it is. I still got a little bit left to clear coat to even sand back here on the back. I ain't got that far yet, but that's enough. I'm gonna take literally 10 minutes probably. I'm getting there. I'm gonna let this dry for a little while. And I'll work on this probably. Maybe while that's drying, I'm gonna work on, I gotta sand that down. Make sure all the paint flake is going off of it. And I can move on with that. I got some rust killer stuff in there. I'll probably put that on it. And then I'll probably just, since it's not really nothing crazy, I should be able to just sand it down. Make sure all the flakes and stuff are off of it. Yeah, make sure all the flakes are off of it, and then just hit it with a thin layer of metal glaze, should be fine. I just gotta fix some of these fenders, man. I see where these tires are actually too big for this thing. So I need to roll these fenders up a little bit. I think on both sides. I think once I do that, I shouldn't have to worry about hitting. Right now, if you turn, if say you're turning into a driveway, it grinds in the front. Ain't no big deal, but to roll this fenders a little bit, that'll probably help a lot. I'm gonna let this dry. Might work on that rust spot, and we'll see what else I can get done today. Yeah. Normally you'd use like a baseball bat or whatever, but I got these old shocks laying around. Use these bad boys. What you do is you put it in there and pull up on it like this. You rotate it. I don't need it to be completely rolled, I don't think. Just to make better tools for this crap than this. Of course, I can't find a hammer in here yet. This one. I'm gonna find a hammer. Give her a few whacks that way too. Anyway, that's kind of what you do. Stick something around in there, roll it. Found a hammer. Like I said, I'm not trying to like something you definitely want to do prior to painting, because you paint, and even just doing this little bit of bending, you already painted that fender, it'll crack. Like right now car's not doing bad. You gotta figure this paint's been baked on here for decades. So, more than 1 decade, really. About 2 decades old. A little more. It's an O2. Both these vans are actually O2s. So work around here, hammer, pry bar. Unfortunately, I ain't gonna be able to see if it actually works until drive shaft back. Got my drive shaft down. The drive shaft people, I mean, they do more than drive shafts, but that's it's a local place. Well, it's pretty local. About 20-30 minutes from the house. On B&T gears and shafts, that's what they do. They do gears. I think it's just this one that's like this. I'm gonna look at the other one. Maybe work it a little bit. This ain't too bad. Better, for sure. I got this rusty spot cleaned up pretty good too. Can't exactly see. I've already hit it a couple different sandpapers. Right now it's a 400. And what I was doing with the 400 is blending, you know, because I started real rough, kept it kind of tight, and finer grit went a little wider, even finer went even wider. I think that's just about good enough. What I've been doing, take these Scotch Brights, stick them right on this freaking thing like that. Still got some work to do on that plastic bumper. Honestly, I don't even think I need to bother hitting that with metal glaze or anything. I mean, yeah, it's not even it. Well, I'll probably hit it with primer and then see what it looks like. 400. I think most of these Scotch-Brites are, most of them are between 8,000 grit or something like that. But I've taken these exact ones, I've done plenty of, they're like a brownish color. I've taken plenty of these and just basically did a scuff and shoot on a few cars, a couple different big rig type things. I mean, hit it with that and that's pretty much it. I mean, you ain't even got to do. See if you can see this on camera or not, but there's some decals right there. You should be able to see them pretty good, but you can still see them. I'm kind of thinking I might have to hit those with primer and then sand it back down, because what I think happened is they put those on and I think they cleared over top of them. I think. I'm not 100% sure about that, because you can see it. I just don't know. Shouldn't really be able to see it after you paint it, but it's getting pretty dry. I think I'm gonna work on this front bumper a little bit more, and then I'll start mixing up some final metal glaze on some of these spots and go from there. But I think this spot's good. I think I'll just hit it with primer and let it be. See what it looks like after I prime it. But really, it should be alright. It'll probably have some pits in it, but yeah, I think it'll be fine. Let me work on this bumper a little bit more. I doubt y'all really want to watch just some sanding. I mean, it gets pretty boring. It gets boring doing it, so I know it gets boring watching it. I'm gonna work on this for a little while, make sure that stuff's good and dry. It should be, but I'm just gonna let it dry. Pretty warm out here today, sun's out. Let that crap dry for a little while. Get these out of here. They're just little reflectors, but I'll take them out. That way they don't be painted. That'd be easier than trying to tape them off. And eventually, I'm gonna get all of this grill out of here and take it out of the other thing. But I'm working on this fender. I'll be back. Didn't realize it. This other corner of the other side is like the same. It's got rust behind the paint, which is not nearly as bad. So I noticed it. It's easy. Shouldn't be. that was due for 180. It takes it down pretty quick. Basically all I'm trying to do is feather it out, feather the paint towards this bare metal here. I think I'm just gonna prime it and let her rip. Ain't nothing else gonna be perfect on this van, that's for sure. If you notice, I stayed real tight with that 180. I'm gonna go a little bit wider with this. And then I might hit it with the 400 and go even wider, and then Scotch-Brite even wider. Well, that bumper's pretty much ready for paint. Obviously, I could work on it more. But there's really not any need to. I mean, I just need the paint to stick to it. There's a few rock chips here and there. I took care of actually a lot of them. There's still a whole bunch of them left. Like I said, this thing 20 something years old. Well, yeah, 22 years old. So it's gonna have a lot of paint chips. I'm not gonna sit here and worry about every little paint chip, and it's just not worth worrying about. Because you know what? Once I start driving it, it's gonna get paint chips again. I think the rest of it's dried off. I can take a better look at everything, see what needs a final coat of metal glaze, and go from there. Mainly because it's a small spot, and I don't know if this stuff's any good. I think the date I've seen on it, 2008 or 2018. So it's old. But this is the stuff I use here. Must be pretty good. This spot ain't too bad. It's got a pretty, a couple pinhole there, pinhole, a couple little small pinholes. Nothing crazy. So I shouldn't need a whole lot of this stuff, because this stuff here, I mean, at this stage, really thin coats is the way to go. Try this stuff and see if it's even any good. Might be a little too much hardener, but it'll be fine. Just gotta make sure you move pretty quick. It's not ideal to be right here, working right in the direct sunlight. Makes it dry even faster. Flip it. I'm definitely too much hardener. Definitely too much. Problem when you put too much hardener in, sometimes it'll get so hard so quick it'll crack. Start pretty wide with this stuff. You kind of want to apply decent pressure. Give it the push into any of those pinholes. That's kind of all we're doing right now is working in pinholes. Tiny pinholes covered up, that's what this stuff's mainly good for. You wouldn't want to try to only use this stuff to like build up and smooth out stuff. I mean, it will work, but this stuff's expensive. So that should be alright. This nice thin coat on there. Hopefully I won't have to hit it again. I might have to. I'm not the best by any means at doing this at all. More of a beginner. I don't do this for a living. Never have. It's always just been more of a playing around, trying to mess with stuff. Get it down. Certain I might even do it, to be honest with you. Not a big fan of this work at all. Yeah, like I said right here, I'm not going necessarily for smoothness. Kind of just want it to look a little better than, as far as I'm concerned, it already does. Definitely not perfect by any means. I mean, at best case scenario, it's decent. Out here on the side of the road. It is what it is. Not that doing it outside is an excuse to not do it right. The main reason I ain't doing it quote unquote right because I'm kind of lazy. Mix up quite a bit for this thing here. This thing's so hot. Really this hardener in this batch. I'll do it in the other batch. More. Filler. I'll do it in the other batch. Still put mixing up, might not even be enough to do that whole area that I'm working. I'm about to try to work on. If it ain't, that's fine. I'd rather have to mix up more and make another batch than have way too much. I have to rush and hurry up and do another spot before this stuff's set up. Time on this. It's kind of the key here. Like I said, we're not looking to necessarily raise the level or anything. More or less looking to make sure the pinholes are filled. Of course, we're going to have to sand it again. Sand fairly easy. Down here, up here like this, a couple spots. I want to try to this. Ideally, you wouldn't be directly in the sun doing this. Here I am. Do this. This area down here is pretty bad. It's low enough on the body. I'm not too worried about it. It should be fine. Just about enough. Should be enough. Like I say, when it comes to this, putting this on, you really want to make sure you, when you first put it on, apply some good pressure. That way it pushes it down in the pinhole. Mainly that's what we're searching for. Covering up pinholes. If I need to put another coat on after this, I will. It's not a big deal. Put a good coat on there. This stuff's already dried, but it's still somewhat pliable. I've got some couple little holes right here. Bigger than I like to do this. So I went ahead and threw that stuff in there. Now this stuff should stand off pretty easy. I don't have a lot of these though. I don't know what you call them. Applicators or whatever. They're fine. Spatula. When using this cardboard, sometimes I use paper plates. Just some Amazon box and cut pieces off. I already used that side, so I can flip it over and use this side for another small spot. Yeah, that's decent, pretty good. Just a couple little spots I will have to go back over and hit right there. Where they come out quite far enough. What do you do? Any stalactite type stuff you got? Got any big spots that have pumped up on you? Right as it's drying up, rub your hand over, knock them off. This spring I'm gonna try to knock down that like actually sells. I'm not gonna rush them to let this crap dry. That way I know it's nice and dry before I even try to sand it, because it gums up your paper. Try to debate if I even want to hurt this. Looks really good. Got a couple pinholes. Honestly, where it's at, I don't really see it. So I think I'd kind of rather wait and hit that. That way I know. I got plenty of that stuff. Let this dry. Probably gonna hit that again. Maybe. Most likely. Definitely gonna hit right here now. Basically all this. This half, which is fine. This area right here still giving me a fuss anyway. Also, forgot to cover out at top. So, I hit this, and once it's for sure dry, make sure I let it dry for a while and go to the other side. Put a thin layer on with that over there. This stuff, thin layers is the way to go with this, especially with this metal glaze, final glaze, whatever you're going to call it. I think it's only referred to as metal glaze because it's recommended. Like if you're going straight to metal, from straight metal, you kind of just use this stuff. That way it'll flow down in the metal real nice. It's so thin. I think that's the only reason it's referred to as metal glaze. I'm going to switch to the other side. Got a couple spots I didn't really like. You can still see the weld sticking up pretty high. Like right here. Look at that. And then especially up here, a couple spots. I think this will be fine. I think this will be alright right here. If not, I'll take a step back and redo it too. But I'm about to smear some glaze on this. It's a little bit smoother for sure. Might be alright, y'all. Look, that feels a little bit better. But we might be alright. I'm gonna smear some stuff in there and work on that. Over on the driver's side, I've been working on this. Looking pretty good right there. That turned out pretty good actually. Turned out pretty good. It should be alright. Got some more sanding to do here, and I'm probably gonna have to do another layer on that. Still gotta sand that. People pulled up and I had to stop what I'm doing and talk to them, blah, blah, blah. Buy some steaks out of the back of a van, you know, hood shit. I got this stuff applied. Of course, I wasted a whole bunch because I ended up putting too much hardener in it. But I went ahead and smeared some of that junk right before it was too hard to. I smeared it in these holes because I dug pretty deep to get to that metal. So I'm trying to work that, let that crap dry. I'm gonna mix up more. I'm gonna put even less Bondo in it because it's hot. The sun's beating right on me. But I'm gonna take another little break. They ended up getting them reflectors out of there. They were a pain to get out. But I ended up priming most of this bumper because some of this went down the bare plastic. And if you look, it might be hard to see on camera, but you can see where it, you can tell where the plastic was because it like soaked that, even soaked that primer up. So what I'll probably do is hit that with a Scotch-Brite and then put more primer on it just so I know that plastic's covered up. I'll take a break, drink me an adult beverage because you know it's getting to be about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Been working all day, so I'm about to take me a little break. Get out of the sun for a minute because this is bad. It's not hot out today really, but the sun is beating. I'm gonna take a little break, come back to it. Alright, I got that fender wheel well looking pretty good. Got that down there looking decent. Put another coat on there. Put another coat right up in there. Got that top looking a little bit better. Put some over here, put some right there. That spot wasn't that bad for real. I got this side sanded down. Came over here and put a little bit of water on it. Wet sand there a little bit. I still got that corner looking like crap. You know, it's a hard spot. But this wheel well looking okay-ish. You know, there's still some spots. It's I'm just so done with body work, man. This is probably gonna be what it is for real. I'm gonna let this crap dry for a couple days or something. Or I might mess with it tomorrow after work, but got that done. Still gotta put another layer of primer over the bumper. So you know what's coming. Put a little bit on, take a break, make sure it dries real good, come back, sand it, see what it looks like. You know, slow going, man. Taking my time. The sun is hot, y'all. But I'm gonna let this dry, take another little break. I'll be back. Alright, y'all. Got that sanded down, primed up. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not good either. Got that all done up. Just imagine if it looks bad on camera, it's probably even worse in person, to be honest with you. Put some more paint on this front bumper, mainly just in the spots where you can still see. I ain't done nothing with that. I think I'm just gonna leave that. Redid this a little bit. Still looks like crap for real. So does this. But honestly, it's kind of just gonna be what it is.